Hello everybody, welcome back to Yoba TV. If you're new here, you're welcome. Kindly click that subscribe button on your screen, like, comment and share this program. Eba wa gbe wole subscribe button ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Tẹ́ bá ti fún wa ní thanks. Ẹ gbe wole subscribe button now ẹ̀yin èyàn mi. Ṣàlàáfíà ni mo bá yín. This is just a quick one for Aunty Kemi, Aunty Kem. Mo rí update that Aunty Kemi put out. Aunty Kemi OLUNLOYO, you're always funny to me. If you say you renounce something, or you remove yourself, or you disown something, it actually means not coming back to that thing. Aunty Kemi, it actually means not coming back to that thing. That thing doesn't exist. The issue of your family, but let us just call a spade a spade. Any update from you at my father's funeral yesterday? What is saying? OLUNLOYO, Baba OLUNLOYO, call on phone. So when at my father's funeral yesterday, Ebenezer Obey sang and called out all the names of my dad's children, but didn't mention my name. Aunty Kemi, on this social media, it is of us pay disown baba yin, disown iya yin. You are not part of that family. So how are you expecting? You didn't contribute any money to bring Ebenezer Obey. You didn't show up for the burial. You didn't even do anything. You are just saying, so how do you want them to insert your name? You've called yourself family now. So many times. They hurt you, they did bad things to you, and your father did this, he did that, and all that. How do you want to eat your cake and have it at the same time? I honestly want to know. I want to know what you're thinking, what is going on. You want them to always call you an OLUNLOYO, to always associate you with the children, when you specifically targeted the family and said a lot of nasty things about them. Aunty Kemi, you are 60 or you're 61, I don't know, around that age. You should know that kò sí inú wa náà tí ò ní family problem, kò sí anybody tí ò ní family problem. Ní rí wa ká wá máa dirty laundry wa ká wá máa tú síta gbangba. You said it's not, we are ashamed to talk about our family, but some things you are supposed to leave unsaid. Àwa tá kéré jù yín lọ tún sọ kíní yẹn fún yín. Àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé kò yẹ kẹ́ sọ rárá, you shouldn't talk about. Ni family problem, either with your mom or your dad or your grandmother, or everybody has family problems. Or your sisters, a lot of social media speakers know. You will not see us calling them out or saying everything or talking about their personal life on social media. We just move on and we move out of that. We are not talking, wish you success, wish you this. But in the situation to where you come out and call out your father, call him a terrible man. He's a terrible father. He's a terrible this. Your mother is a witch. She's a this, she's a that. And you expect them come kill one more. People not saying. You did not live in Nigeria per se. The west side, leti kawe, teti shebogwe. So, elema understand the culture and heritage. Tori etele so Yoruba yin go o ma nlo lenu ni. Because you know that beni pe reason that way you to be taken seriously. So that beni pe omo ti o ti e mole is always English. You cannot interact in Yoruba. You cannot speak Yoruba. You cannot read Yoruba. Because so pe when you be temi bai atika Yoruba mo tell try o wo ma le love. But at least I can speak it. English in it. And when you talk, you're emulating the West, bringing everything about your family on social media, which is against our culture as Yoruba people. At understanding, what call one year, what she call 1 year, and Kotoba Shellen, let it be. Oh, King Son, Kotoba Shellen, family for anybody, to do my finish in it. King's family, you know, no problem. Oh, so many family, Shashani family, too, only problem. Ni Nigeria, Kusi. Shashani, you don't want so. You saying it doesn't bring the solution. Hope you know. It's just make people see you as a bastard. It might be no, it's the truth. I'm not insulting you. You should know that. The way people see you, pé ọmọ àlè lọmọdé yìí o. Wọn kì í fọwọ́ sí ju ilé bàbá èèyàn. Báwo èèyàn ṣe rí yín nìyẹn pé Kẹ́mi wo, ẹ wo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá ẹ̀. Ṣé rí àwa tá bá ń bá àwọn parents wa jà, we won't even talk ní kì í ṣe pé ká máa insult wọn. Kò sí nǹkan tí parents ẹ lè ṣe fún ẹ, kó máa insult wọn. Kó máa gbé àṣírí wọn síta. Kó máa expose wọn. Yeah, we won't even talk. Ẹ lè fún wọn space kẹyẹ fún wọn. But then you bá ti ń bá wọn jà, if you can fight your family like that, to the extent that you air out all their dirty laundries, air out a lot of things that doesn't even need to come to the public, people will just not respect you. It's just the law. If you can do that to your family, your father and your mother, Aunty Kemi, how would you feel if your son, if one of your sons is saying all this thing about you? Do you used to think like that? But you reach JKT àbí KJT, I've forgotten his name. Tó bá jáde, tó bá sọ oríṣiríṣi nípa yín, just the way you tarnish the image of your father and your mother. Tó bá jáde tó sọ oríṣiríṣi nípa yín pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti ṣe fún. If for nothing, I rántí pé àwọn people wọ̀nyí, your mom got pregnant, took care of you, láti baby, ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ bíra yín sílé ayé tẹ̀lé ń tọ́jú ara yín now. Your dad paid for you to travel to school abroad, ẹ̀yin lẹ gbóyún wálé now. Ẹ̀yin lẹ mess life yín up from the beginning because wọ́n sanwó yín kẹ́ lọ kàwé nílùú òyìnbó ni, oyún lẹ lọ gbé wá. So if you look at it very well, gan, ẹ̀yin gan lẹ tẹ́ bá wò ẹ máa rò pé àwọn parents yín ṣẹ̀yìn, wọ́n lè ṣẹ̀yìn lóòótọ́, but at the same time, ẹ̀yin náà ṣẹ̀wọ̀n náà. Ẹ̀yin náà ṣẹ̀wọ̀n náà. Bóyá ibẹ̀ yẹn ni problem ó ti ń wà. Because kò sí ìyá tí ọmọ ẹ̀ máa gbóyún wálé tínú ẹ̀ máa dùn. Ọmọ tẹ́ ẹ rán lọ ìlú òyìnbó kó lọ school, oyún ló rù wálé. Not married, kò parí school, ó lọ lóyún. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, ẹlẹ́kejì, ẹlẹ́kẹta, 3 baby daddies and no marriage. Not a good job, nothing. So kò sí parent tó máa gbọ́ rúkì níyẹn tẹ́ máa ṣe rúkì níyẹn tínú wọn máa dùn sí yín. It's just the law. They will just wọ́n máa fi àwọn ẹ̀tanú kan bá yín jà because they are just hot. Upamode ìdójú tì mí. Okay, that being said, ẹ ti denounce ara yín pé kì í ṣe part of OLUNLOYO o, Lawrence lẹ ń jẹ́ o, Kemi talks ní o, you are never Mrs. Kemi o, you've never been married, you've denounced yourself, you remove your children, you've removed everything. Okay, fine, understandable. Why do you still want them to regard you? Tẹ́ bá sọ pé denounce nǹkan, ibi tí mo ti mọ̀ pé problem ti ń wà ní, ìgbà tẹ́ bá sọ pé okay o, I retire from journalism, you come back to journalism again. I'm not doing this thing again, you come back to it again. When you say you denounce your father and your mother, they too, they said they denounce you and they are not coming back. They are not coming back. Okay, ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbé yín dẹ́wọ̀n nípa ti Ìyábọ̀ àti pastor sọ pé wọ́n ń dóra wọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbé yín dẹ́wọ̀n àti Kẹ́mi. Tí ó bá ṣe pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gan gbé yín dẹ́wọ̀n, tó bá yẹ pé ibi tẹ́ sọ pé daddy yín ò ti fẹ́ yẹ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, tó sọ pé kó má gbà yín pé wèrè ni, tó bá yẹ pé ibi tí daddy yín ò fẹ́ yẹ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, tẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ tẹ́ lọ expose àwọn nǹkan kan. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ understand pé journalism kì í ṣe gbogbo nǹkan nìyẹn máa expose, o gbọ́dọ̀ protect ara ẹ̀ náà. Kì í ṣe source nìkan ló máa protect, you protect yourself as well. Somehow ẹ̀ ṣì máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ni tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n fún yín iṣẹ́ yẹn. Because a lot of things lẹ́tí máa sọ nípa a lot of people. Kẹ́ tó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, media house yẹn wọ́n ti short ẹ̀ down. Àbí kan tẹ̀ ti sún níná. Ẹ̀yin fara yín wá ti gbé yín wá ti jù yín sẹ́wọ̀n. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣẹ̀wọ̀n pa ti Ìyábọ̀ gan, ẹ ti lè rẹ́wọ̀n he somehow. Bí àtòrí ẹ̀yin bàbá yín sọ pé kó má fún yín iṣẹ́, you talk too much. Yes, you know a lot of things, you are intelligent, but you don't know when to stop. You are very intelligent. Aunty Kemi is intelligent, ẹ gbàgbé. You don't know when to stop talking. You don't know what to say, what not to say. You just bring everything. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gbé àgbérù gbèsò, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa dà lẹ́nu wàrà báyìí gbogbo table máa scatter ni. And you are forgetting that these are people's lives. No matter how hot you can be, you tẹ́ bá ti ń bínú, kí n mọ limit ní limit. You just go overboard with people. I think that's where the problem starts. Not like your father hates you or be anything. You just go overboard with that, with anybody. Eja continue. I may not be part of the family anymore, but I was still his daughter. Why are you using yourself in past tense? I was still his daughter. How? If you say you're not part of something anymore, you are not his daughter, Aunty Kemi. You are not. They are not your parents. If you say, I did the son, well, they are not your parents. What does that mean? You're educated now. How can you say you're still his daughter when you use your mouth to talk, say you don't disown your parents, or they are not your parents, or you don't want to have anything to do with them? What year? Let's Baba in sorrow last. Mom, she wala ye ojo wo let's ba sorrow last. I'm telling you, a lot of things going to share singing. Go to echo share singing now. Share my social media, you will never beg for anything. If you have for your family, at least they will feed you. Some of us have issues with our parents. Issues, but that doesn't mean that we just hate them and just abandon them. Mom say but you just have to let it go. And you move on. But you understand the forgiveness. You go back to it again. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to be stupid. But at least you just move on past that. That is the one thing about life. Because things will overcome. You can overcome it. You will overcome it. You come out better and stronger than before. And meanwhile, is meant for you to grow. But I rebrand what's the next target? What's my focus? A lot of deals, let it lose. A lot of things, let it lose. Fine. Pick yourself up again. But still, at 2025, you are still defaming and lying on people. And so, this one our parenting, you said, you are not dead now. Why are you using was? I was still his daughter. Abi, am I the one reading it wrong? I used to be the breadwinner of the family. Aunty Kemi, when and where? Because when you can be right, I'm not in your family, but I'm like, this is OLUNLOYO say, you are the breadwinner? You sure about that? Of that family? You were still the breadwinner. I used to be. You used to be. What year are you even talking about? Because I really want to know. Of that family. What year let's up a breadwinner? Because I honestly want to know. This is a governor. Hey, well, you can be right. It is in pain I am now starting my life all over again at 61 years after it was ruined by my dad, who promised me NAFDAC job when I sold everything I had and left America in 2006. And okay, Aunty Kemi, there's some things to your way. If you had just talked to your dad, I don't think you have a conversation with him. You said, and I repeat, you used to be the breadwinner. It is in pain I am now starting my life all over again at 61 years after it was ruined by my dad, who promised me NAFDAC job when I sold everything I had and left America in 2006. Aunty Kemi, was there a time you had a conversation with your dad and he told you the reason? See, you should NAFDAC or she bossy. Only a daddy, you're gonna promise one way, I'll bring your daughter, I'm going to give her a job. And you're not fail. Your daddy is not working in NAFDAC now. Maybe somebody too promised him. Have you ever sat and had a conversation with him before he died? And let him tell you the reason. Don't NAFDAC here. He doesn't work in NAFDAC. Somehow somebody will promise him that I'm not worried about Ishewa. Don't promise and fail. It happens to a lot of Nigerians. It's not like it's only you that it happens to. Don't promise I'm not worried. At the end of the day, you're on the bossy. That doesn't mean that we'll hold it as a grudges or will not forgive. Or you are just angry. You think that it's your dad that stopped the work. This is now that job, which is a very good job. You'll be earning much. You don't even need to stress yourself today. But something will have happened. Your daddy doesn't, it's not in the organ of NAFDAC. It doesn't work in NAFDAC. Some you're gonna promise one. And when that thing fails, it's not his fault. People in Nigeria, they just promise and fail every time. I mean, like this, most of these things now, if you have just had a conversation with your dad, want to say to her, go buy lo it's not my fault. And your buy lo promise be any kunio, but I won't change any you. But ya can he would have just explained to you that what this is what happened. You now understand that yeah, you did not know. Some things, communication. Don't just hold grudges. Communicate. Only consists is your coconut is our. Me or riba bati on the fair form in China. He told you to sell everything in America. You sold everything. You came to Nigeria, and there was no job. Me or riba bati on fair come on joko sile kuma risheshi. And reading on. I have told my son to cremate me and spread my ashes in the Atlantic Ocean when I die. As a weapon swinging online in India. I left Nigeria in January 2023 and I will never come back again. Dr. Kemi OLUNLOYO. Shetty, you never spoke to your dad and you want Ebenezer Obey to sing for you. You never forgive your father of something that he literally has no control over. That is Nigerian work in mysterious ways. We know. I swear, Nigeria man you biri by. Sheboju wani not your the governor state, River State. Ton your ton ledanu. Until when you dance to their tone. I think in Shoju wani not doing no shishele now. Ton sa kiri kiti kata kata. Ton to come military lo sibe. Nigeria work in mysterious way. And elected governor no gbe kuro ton shiti di kuro lo receipt. But yeah, we can consider him promising he couldn't do it just maybe because he has left the governor and people don't take people serious too, but he's a politician. It's just the frank truth. I think because everything was handed to you as a child, so you think that life is just rosy. As Nigerians, they have no rosary for anybody. In fact, journey into peak is as a result of you are an info babies. You are born to a wealthy family. Most of us don't have that journey at all. Still, no, we are grateful for where we are today. You couldn't pick yourself up. You are blaming everybody that comes along your way for everything that happens to you. We don't have anybody to blame. The little opportunity that expand, we don't have anybody to blame. We don't have rich parents. We are never privileged to be daughters of the governor. I'm a politician. If a politician family and we still go to where we are. Toroje. I think because you got everything on a platter of gold, that is why you don't even know when life switches. You think that it's everybody's fault. And to get me, it's not too late for you to pick yourself up again. Oh no, you're he has gone forever. Pick yourself up. Brush yourself. Stop blaming Nigeria for this. Nigeria abused you. Your daddy did this. Your mommy did that. We Nigeria. Let's blame our Nigeria because we are all part of your family. We are not. Onikaluku ewo. Onikaluku lo mo nkan to nse kon to rowo. A tún máa ṣe donation mo so mo man dáwó fún yín now. Wọ́n ti gba te bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ sí Priscilla. That's when I stopped because it's not fair. Ẹ lè bí ọmọ yẹn lọ́mọ. Why would you say all that and be cursing on her every time? As if she's their problem. When you say you blame everybody for your problem except yourself. You blame your baby daddy, you blame your father, you blame your mother, you blame your brothers and sisters, you blame we Nigerians, everybody. You blame Priscilla for your own problem. If I tell you the life you want to be Priscilla. If I tell you life you want to be Priscilla. So if everything happened like this, understandable, you know we're hot, but haven't you move on at 61? I will not even expect any. They called your name now. Now you're hungry that the Ebenezer Obey did not sing for you. How can he sing for you? Did you know how much they contributed for him to sing? Everybody contributed money. You did not even contribute anything. You are still blasting that man online. And to tell me, you are still blasting that man online. It's not fair. So, just change your ways. You don't need to be negative every time. You don't need to complain every time. Why would tell anybody can't complain? If you need anything, we'll go and work. You are the one that is not working. But majority of Nigerians don't. We don't have anybody to complain to, or anybody to criticize, or anybody to blame. We'll go back to work if we need anything. Nothing is done for us. Nothing. Change your ways. Hello, shishe. Can make your one you can happy. kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi jàre ẹ jẹ́ a máa lọ nǹkan tá a rí látọ́ sọ pé ká ganu sí yẹn o. It's just funny every time she comes out. Now she apologized to Priscilla with everything you said. That apology, Aunty Kemi, your pocket here. But just forget it because it's too. Me ò tell you what mo lè sọ. Me ò mọ nǹkan tí mo lè sọ. With everything you wish on that girl. Ọmọ lọ́mọ. Ẹ wo. Ọlọ́run á bá yín tò. Ọlọ́run á bá yín tò. Kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ jẹ́ a máa lọ. God bless you everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.